Hello and thank you for tuning into Neptune Knives. Today I wanted to answer a question or figure out an answer for myself about a certain subject, and this is regarding Strider and their use of Paul Bos's heat treatment of S30V. On different forums I've read that people prefer the Spiracos, Paramilitaries, or their S30V heat treatment over Chris Reeves, and Strider is supposed to be pretty good too. Paul Bos doesn't do Strider's heat treatment anymore, but supposedly Strider keeps following his formula. And the main thing to note though is on my Umnumzaan, which I'm going to use for this test. I've resharpened it after the last test, and when I got it, the card that came with it by Mr. Reeves, the card that came with it by Mr. Reeves says that it has a 58 to 59 Rockwell Hardness. So I'm almost going to say 58.5. And on Paramilitary 2, it's just listed on their websites as 59 to 61. So that's kind of a broad, possibility. And then on the Strider, it's Paul Bos's formula then says it's from 59.5 to 60. So it should be the hardest of them all and have the best edge retention. Now the Umnumzaan is my user, and I've used it for the other cutting tests, and I've beaten it up, so this edge will I think might have an advantage because it'll be a nice formed edge already. If you look up, most times they'll say on S30V initially when you use them they do chip, and then after that they don't have that problem anymore. These two knives are brand new. I just got these, so you can see in the background, I've been trying to figure out a way to test this all within one video, and hopefully without too much editing, because I want just to look, you guys can see exactly what's happening. I tried cutting wood, blunt truth, he has that big 2x4 they keep shaving, and paracord doesn't seem to dull the edge fast enough, and I have these metal cans back here, and these are my last resort if the time gets too short, and I've color coded the, even though I sell knives, for me, it matters that the knife that I have, I mean, heck, if I can't sell it, I'm stuck with the knife, I want to have a good knife. And, I don't sell all knives. I only sell the knives that I think are really good, and I've put them through their paces. So this is, I hope you can understand that this is not biased. This is actually for me, just to know, generally speaking, the quality of this S30V. Man, the Victorinox fan on YouTube said that the initial Strider edge sucked. I'm kidding. This is dang it. Okay, well, move on. And the Paramilitary, of course, is going to do great. It's going to slice like nothing. So you know what? On the Strider, I'll use this area right here instead, since there's a little bit more of a thinner profile compared to that front. Okay. Now, so far I've tried wood, this sort of a weird, very fibrous, nasty plastic. Now is I'm going to try to focus on just this the area where the knives would see the most use, being right here and right here on these two knives. I already found through cutting, if you see on the Strider, especially with this Tonto point, it's very bulky front, and it just doesn't want to slice through paper very well. It's actually just now if I go back towards the actual main edge that's created, it's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, with Striders, it's just their bulk. Their angle for their grind is meant for more heavy use. They weren't thinking you're gonna cut paper, and that's their main goal for buying a Strider. And that makes sense. But still, just its ability to keep a razor edge is what I'm looking at. Okay, so it's good when it's in this area. At the tip, and that's just something to be aware of. Okay, and Paramilitary 2, this one, unnecessary to do it, just it's very quick. They're very easy. Just glides right through. Okay. So, since I tried everything else, we're going to do these cans instead. So I'm going to hope that this camera can catch perhaps the damage that, is going to be on the blade from what I'm about to do. I'm going to see if I can catch that. So I figure for now what I'll do is I have the cans color coordinated. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but there is a pink area and a blue area, and the pink one will make the Paramilitary and the blue Strider. And I'm going to whack the can and see if I can create some damage on the blade and see how soft or hard this, these different steels are. Okay, so pink for Paramilitary is, and I know it's hard, to measure in any scientific way whether or not I am doing this evenly with both knives, but I figured when you see the cut, we'll know then how hard I hit it. These are very, very minimal little nicks right now, so I'm gonna try to make a little bit of a stronger nick, and I can tell you right now the blade is still fine. So let me try this other can. Perhaps this might be a little bit better. This one I saw earlier, cut deeper in. So pink for Paramilitary. So okay, well, just like all S30V in the beginning, yes, there's some chipping now on the let's see if I can get this, the blade right there. Okay, so those are the 2 hits I did. Let's try the Strider now. Pink, this is the blue color for the Strider. Strider makes definitely bigger dents. Now let's see the Strider. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that's okay. That's an answer right there. If you look, these Chris Reeve cards. Okay, look at the paper right here. Okay, look at the Strider. You see the edge? I whacked it right here. Look at the can. Let's see the blue area for the Strider. Where did I whack it? It's right here. Blue, and you see the 2 nicks. Okay, and here's the pink area and the 2 nicks. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. This time, let's do it like 5 times right here, and let's see if I can really cause some damage to the knife. And I'll put 5 nicks on this blue area. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you can count. Okay, well, you can count later on that when I should zoom in on it how many nicks I actually it did. But if you see the edge, pretty decent. Paramilitary 2. Now this is just the initial edge, and of course Strider's bulkier edge is going to factor into why it's not, damaging like this. So here's the Paramilitary. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this time around it's held up a little better, but there's still definitely some damage on the Paramilitary blade. Can you see it? Let's see. The wonders of technology. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this. It's visible on that side. Do you see it? It's got a lot of little almost looks like serrations now. Okay. Well, just to see now, since I did have my Umnumzaan here, even though it was repaired and fixed, I can show you. Let's see that area right there. Right. Okay. Right. Nice and smooth. And this is an S30V by Chris Reeves. That Chris Reeves' Umnumzaan is 58 to 59 Rockwell Hardness, so I'm going to consider 58.5. And I'll put it in the clear area. Now I'm going to whack in the same spot and let's see what happens to Chris Reeves. And this has been through all my resharpening, so this one shouldn't be a brand new edge and do what the Paramilitary 2 did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you look at that, yeah, it's fine. It's kind of like the Strider. No real problems. Let's see. No real damage. If the camera can catch this or not. It's very good. I mean, there's like a little bump, but I would say, Chris Reeve deserves credit for that. That's fine. Let's try the Strider again, huh? So now, if you can see the nicks on this can, here's the blue. So we'll scroll around, and there's the pink. Here's the Paramilitary 2 nicks over here, and then this was the Umnumzaan. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the strider again on the blue area. We'll give it a couple. We'll give it a